Carson Palmer's been out of action for a few weeks, but no matter what the conditions are, throws beautiful spirals. That pass is right on target. The defense just makes such a good play, keeps it from being complete.
You know, that's the other aspect of this game, guys. That there are players out here who really haven't played football for a month or more.
That's right.
Yeah, that was my specialty. It's not like when I played in this game, we came from the Super Bowl. Our last game was the last game of the regular season. Bill, there's no challenge in this game.
Well, I think he's got a red flag, doesn't it? How did he get a red flag? I thought I saw one.
If he's got a red flag, he had to bring it himself.
Well, what did Bill Belichick do? We were talking to him. Oh, it all goes. We're just.
For those that have never seen Bill Belichick smile on the sidelines, take that picture and frame it.
Palmer throws incomplete. The pass intended for Reggie Wayne. So on 4th and 8, onto the field comes Brian Moorman, the fine punter from the Buffalo Bills. And it's going to be a field goal attempt. He's going to hold on. He's going to hold for Nate Kading.
Nice segue.
Yeah, right. This is going to be about 48 yards. It's going to be long enough, but not straight enough. It is wide right. And so we are still scoreless with 1:44 to play here in the first quarter. You know, yesterday out here at Aloha Stadium, the gates were open for all kinds of local football crazed fans for the annual Ohana Day. Mascots, cheerleaders, and players from the various teams entertain the crowd in what has become an annual family tradition. We've had fun here this week, haven't we?
Well, it's a lot of fond memories for those of us that played in this game, but the Honolulu community and the state of Hawaii really embraced this game.
Mark Bulger in at quarterback for the NFC. His first pass is complete to the near side to Steve Smith, and Smith about a yard short of midfield for a first down.
I think the fun part for me this week is just sitting around. We sat around the pool, we did it well, but talking to all the players and just see the barriers broke down between rivals, coaches, everything. And just as the week went on, they communicated more and more, and the information that went between, it was fascinating to watch.
When your initial communication is discussing the ingredients in a lava flow, everything from that point on is a plus.
That was you. You turned me on to that. That was, shouldn't have listened.
The give is to Tiki Barber, and Barber to the 46-yard line.
And what is the ingredients to a lava flow?
I don't have any idea, because after you drink one, you can't remember.
We are in the final 45 seconds of the first quarter. Of, so far, a scoreless football game.
Getting a good reuniting pair there on the left side of the NFC's line. Walter Jones and Steve Hutchinson, former teammates in Seattle. Jones is still there, but Hutchinson now a Viking.
Bulger across the field. Algie Kirkland knocked out of bounds just short of the 30-yard line, and that'll be another NFC first down. Ed Reed covering on the play. Mark Bulger, the most valuable player of this game back in 2003.
Well, I'm not sure there's a quarterback in football that flies more under the radar than Mark Bulger in St. Louis.
Maybe Trent Green. Two guys doing tremendous things, just don't get enough recognition.
We've come to the end of the first quarter, and we are scoreless, but the promise of things to come. We'll return to Honolulu after this. You're watching the NFL on CBS.
Over the last 100 years, millions of NCAA student athletes have gone pro in something other than sports.
I'll trade you a Red Sox home jersey and a Rangers t-shirt for that Pirates jacket.
No way. I want that Cardinals hoodie and that Braves away uniform and an item to be named later.
You drive a hard bargain.
Majestic Athletic, the official uniform supplier for all 30 Major League Baseball teams. Available now all over Europe at NESN.com.
Play football. At 5'9", Steve Smith may be small in stature, but one thing he isn't short on is big plays. After leading the league in receiving yards and touchdowns in 2005, Smith will look to repeat his performance in 2006. With the addition of Keyshawn Johnson, the Panthers will once again look to be contenders for the NFC crown.
Steve Smith is taller. No, she should have been teaching. Right there.
Welcome back to Honolulu following the first quarter since 1988 in this annual classic. The beginning of the second. And the NFC in the blue jerseys at the AFC 31-yard line. This is Tiki Barber. For about a yard. Casey Hampton making the stop.
You know, one of the things I've enjoyed this week too is we sit around and we talk to all these players and coaches. Most of them still have not gotten over the season. So all the ones that were in the playoffs are talking about one play here, one play there, it should have worked, and they still haven't gotten over the fact that they did not win the Super Bowl.
And all the guys who weren't in the playoffs were more than comfortable talking about next year. They've already made that transition. They're looking forward to OTAs and minicamp.
That's right.
Right there.
On 2nd and 8, quick pass is batted down by Jason Taylor, who made a habit of that during the season. It'll be 3rd and 8.
Well, nothing like being unblocked. And that's exactly what Jason Taylor. No one bothered to even touch him. Not all that hard. Of course, we saw him earlier this year take one of those. Rex Grossman delivered it to him, and he went right into the end zone.
Well, this might be one of those times. We know the NFC, the offensive line, they had some parameters of how they were going to play this game, right? And your buddy Steve Hutchinson, what was he telling you?
They didn't want to run any sweeps because they didn't want to have to pull.
We're not pulling.
I'm right here, Scott.
I'm sure
On 3rd and 8,
tactical reason.
With time, throws, and that is complete inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. Anquan Bolden of the Arizona Cardinals.
Well, when you watch Anquan Bolden, that's what he's about, is able to make tough catches, use his body, and just snatch the football out of the air, because this is pretty tight. Anquan Bolden in the slot. He's not going to beat you with speed. He's going to beat you with his size and his ability just to reach out and catch it.
He's the anti-Marvin Harrison, who's such a slight guy. You feel like you could put your hands around Harrison's way. Anquan Bolden is a big man.
Yeah, we have a penalty marker down on the near side of the field. Our referee, Larry Nemmers, talking the situation over with a couple of officials.
Somebody might have broke a rule.
Ooh.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on the AFC for an illegal defense. Will add half the distance to the goal. Automatic first down.
They were naughty.
Those things that we talked about that are not par for the course in this game will be deemed unsportsmanlike for the day.
Oh, look at Bill. He's trying to get somebody's attention. He wants to know what it was.
Well, they're not going to tell you. We got to figure it out. And that's part of it. Not to say the defensive lineman did something they're not supposed to do. Did the safety line up in the wrong spot? The safety has to line up between the hashes in each play.
The linemen, if they stunt, that's illegal.
Yeah. And you're not allowed to blitz. You can't have a linebacker. It's all for player protection. They've had such limited amount of time to practice.
Absolutely.
First and goal. Tiki Barber in the backfield behind Bulger in the NFC. Now with its first scoring opportunity of the day. He lost the football and fell on it at about the 4. You guys were talking about sitting around the pool this week. There's one thing for sure. You sit around the pool and you realize there are some really big men playing football in the National Football.
Are you saying something, Dan? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
No, there are. As they walk by, you go, I don't know who that is, but I know he's either an offensive, well, he's an offensive tackle.
Second and goal.
I know this. I wouldn't about to take my shirt off at the pool
right
either.
There. Good job.
For a lot of reasons.
Tiki Barber. And Barber to the 1. Let's go down to Shannon.
Guys, it's Drew Brees' left elbow, not his left wrist. They are taking x-rays, but his return is doubtful. Left elbow, not wrist.
All right,
thank you, Shannon. Shannon sounding somewhat robotic, but there's plenty of time left in the day. I imagine he'll loosen up in the second half.
I think he was discussing a serious issue. So
well, it's like he was like in an emergency room. Left
elbow,
elbow,
there you go.
not wrist.
We're just not used to hearing you being so serious, Shannon.
Tiki Barber, left side, into the end zone for the touchdown.
Well, kind of cool. The Tiki Barber ends up getting the touchdown. Going in right behind Hutchinson and Walter Jones.
Well, Dan, that's a coach's way of saying you had a terrific career. You did a lot of nice things for the National Football League, and they're going to reward him with situations like that.
How about the fact that there were people that actually criticized him for being a distraction by announcing his retirement early?
Robbie Gould out of the hold of Tony Romo. And the kick is good. Tiki Barber's touchdown run, our first score of the day in the Pro Bowl, and a 7-0 NFC lead.
This is my ride.
This is my new home.
And this is my off-ice training. That sun's wicked bright right now.
This is our Zamboni.
Stall, 50 movers, and scores!
This is my best looking line mate.
Hoop fans, don't miss your chance to go to the 2007 Men's Final Four at the Georgia Dome in Atlanta, March 31st and April 2nd. Log on to ncaasports.com to apply for your tickets online. That's ncaasports.com.
And don't forget the 2007 Women's Final Four, April 1st and 3rd at the Quicken Loans Arena in Cleveland. Log on to ncaasports.com to apply for tickets online. That's ncaasports.com, the official website of the NCAA.
LaDainian Tomlinson, the special one, the gifted one. Absolutely one of the great talents. Some kind of running by the kid. That's insane. He is driving him crazy. Kicking through tackles. How do you stop a bowling ball? LT, truly an S on his chest tonight. You are a Superman.
Don't miss Dave's exclusive interview with Super Bowl MVP Peyton Manning. Catch Dave all new, all this week on CBS.
We were talking about the kickoff coverage team, I'll guarantee you everyone on there was drafted. There are no volunteers on that unit.
The kick and the flip back to Justin Miller, and Miller bounces off a tackler and bounces across the 25. And that's where the AFC will go to work. 12:16 to play here in the first half. Tiki Barber, the author of the game's only touchdown so far.
For Wilson NFL and GST footballs and much more, visit NASN.com, your home for North American sports merchandise.
Ever wished you could be there to see your team in action? With Game On Holidays, you can combine that big match atmosphere with the holiday of a lifetime for the whole family. We offer city breaks and holidays incorporating all US sports, including NASCAR. All you have to do is visit our website and choose the games or races you want to see, and we'll do the rest. Great seats, great games, great value. Game on!
Druids Glen Golf Resort, voted European Golf Resort of the Year 2005. A golfer's paradise in the Garden of Ireland. 2 championship golf courses of contrasting design. The luxurious Marriott Druids Glen Hotel and Country Club, featuring 148 specially appointed guest rooms and a magnificent spa and health centre. Visit our driving range, pro shops, golf academy, and get your golfing tips or tuition from our resident PGA teaching professional.
Stadium, 12:16 to play in the first half.
Wins right, weak, scat right.
Along with
9-16,
Shannon Sharp, Phil Sims, and Dan Deerdorf, I'm Greg Gumbel. Carson Palmer, the quarterback for the AFC.
I'm right here, babe. Right here, right here.
Quick pass far side, incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10. Antonio Gates, the intended receiver. Let's go down to Shannon.
Thanks, Greg. I'm here standing with Mr. Giant himself, Tiki Barber. That interception. Jimmy Buffett drew that play up especially for you, Tiki. It's called Last Mango. What happened?
It's called the Last Mango, the name of his boat down there. And if I would have completed, I would have taken myself out and been sipping on margaritas for him. But they double covered it. You know, Champ Bailey's not coming up to force a run, so he really didn't have a chance.
Is that the last time we're going to see that play?
Maybe not. Draw something up on the backside of it, see what happens.
Tiki, you've never wavered in your decision about you're going to retire after this season. Why such strong conviction on walking away from the ball game?
Well, the game started to beat me up a little bit. Started to see a wear and tear on my body, and I'm interested in doing other things, and I have a lot of passion for those things. And my career has ended in the way that I wanted to. I'm going out on my own terms, playing in the All-Star game, some of the greatest of my peers in the game, and there's no other fitting way that I think I could do it.
Thanks, Tiki. It takes a very special man to walk away from the game at the height of it. Tiki Barber's doing that. Congratulations.
Thank you, brother.
All right, Shannon.
You know, Greg, if he's going to go into announcing football games, that was not double coverage. You know, so you got to know what you're seeing down the field.
He almost overthrew the
Get
coverage.
in the gap. There you go.
They almost couldn't catch up to it.
3rd and 8. Palmer, pump fakes, throws deep. It is caught. Reggie Wayne, touchdown. yards.
Well, Phil, on a breezy day, that is some throw by Carson Palmer, isn't it?
When Carson Palmer let it go, Dan, I said, that is way overthrown. There's no chance. And Reggie Wayne, that's why he's here in the Pro Bowl. He doesn't panic when he sees the football in the air. A little move to the inside, just enough to freeze the defense. And he sees the football in the air against Devin Hester. Keeps running, keeps the hands down, puts him up at the last second, and makes the catch right in stride. Yeah, it is breezy down there, Dan. So that was Carson Palmer throws spirals, spins the football real hard, so it goes right through the air on windy days.
One of the rare times Bill Belichick is happy to see Reggie Wayne catch a touchdown pass. The extra point by Katie is good. 11:19 to play in the first half. 72 yards, Carson Palmer to Reggie Wayne, and we're tied at 7 in the Pro Bowl.
I was an offensive lineman for 4 years. I no longer wear pads, but I still carry a lot of weight on my shoulders.
There are over 360,000 NCAA student athletes, and just about all of us will be going pro in something other than sports.
Mets and Yankee fans are like oil and water. Cubs and White Sox fans at the same dinner table? Bad idea. Despite their differences, fans do have one thing in common. Their heroes all wear Majestic Athletic, the official uniform supplier for all 30 Major League Baseball teams. Available now all over Europe at nesn.com.
Play football. At 5'9", Steve Smith may be small in stature, but one thing he isn't short on is big plays. After leading the league in receiving yards and touchdowns in 2005, Smith will look to repeat his performance in 2006. With the addition of Keyshawn Johnson, the Panthers will once again look to be contenders for the NFC crown.
Back in Honolulu, Reggie Wayne, his resume for the day, 3 catches, 102 yards, and the touchdown catch from Carson Palmer. And we're tied at 7.
Working his way towards that MOP, most outstanding player. As I look up there, they have all the names. I see some guy named Sims up there.
You see it because he pointed it out to everybody who came in.
If it wasn't so high, I'd take some pictures in front of it.
Devin Hester is good luck. This is Hester from the 2 to the 25 and out to about the 35-yard line where Troy Polamalu made the stop. Want to remind you, coming up tomorrow on CBS, the Grammys kick off with a live reunion of the Police. Plus, performances by your favorite stars, and one unknown gets a chance to sing with Justin Timberlake. The Grammy Awards live tomorrow on CBS. I was dying to ask Phil Simms. Phil, what'd you think of Prince at halftime?
I thought it was good.
I thought it was great.
Yeah, he really was. To do that live, I know it was tough. But, you know, Dan, go back to that little thing. When I won that award, it was most valuable player. And not that I'm bitter. But I still haven't gotten a trophy, a car, or nothing.
And did you say you only played in one game? You were 1 for 1?
I won here. I was 1 for 1, yeah.
Oh,
that's awful.
What's the use of coming back after that? How do you top it?
Mark Goldrick throwing down the middle, incomplete through the hands of the tight end, Jason Witten. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Well,
you really don't get anything?
I didn't get anything.
What do they get now?
I think that they get some good stuff. That Cadillac.
You know, your name is plastered. Your name is plastered up there on the banner. How can you say you got nothing?
Well, that's right. That's nice.
Ride 35, Bob. See smoke. Safety is unblockable. You know, weak right. Ride 35, Bob. See smoke.
See, that's the one thing about going into the game as an offensive tackle. You spend very little time wondering about what's going to be awarded to the MVP of the game. You're spared that hard thinking.
I know this play is a running play to the left to Steven Jackson. No, I did. I was right.
The pass out here to Anquan Bolden.
Here's why I was right. It was a run to the left, and if he wanted to, he could throw a quick pass outside if he was uncovered. That's what they call smoke.
Mark Bolger looking at a 3rd and 6 now.
But Dan, that last play is something they've been doing a lot in the NFL. You have a running play, and if the corners are too far off the wide receivers, the only people that know it is the receiver and the quarterback. They throw it out there real quick.
Bolger has his man across the 50-yard line. Roy Williams on the move, gets a block inside the 40 and out of bounds at the 37.5-yard line.
You talked about Mark Bolger being under the radar. What quarterback in the NFL is more under than him? And you're right, but one thing he does is you watch Roy Williams go down the field, nice move to the outside, then moves in. Mark Bolger throws a beautiful football, always a tight spiral, makes it easy for wide receivers to reach out and catch it.
I remember talking to Mike Martz when he took over for the great Kurt Warner and just saying, I'm telling you right now, people are unpopular with this decision. But Mark Bolger is not just an outstanding player. He said, I think he has greatness.
This is his Rams teammate, Steven Jackson, dragging Jason Taylor with him inside the 30 to the 21.
I think there are a lot of people when they saw Steven Jackson for the first time, a lot of these defensive guys on the AFC who went, whoa, I didn't realize he was that big.
Yeah, he looks like he could be an outside linebacker for most teams. You know, that's true too. We heard that from coaches and players. A lot of them are anxious to get over here and check out a guy they've seen on TV a lot. And we heard the coaches talk, Sean Merriman, you know, Julius Peppers. I think he catches everybody's eye and goes, my gosh. Fast enough to be a wide receiver, tight end, and nimble enough to probably be a running back. He's playing defensive end.
On 2nd and 2, Bolger fakes the run, flips it incomplete to Max Strong. 3rd and 2. 12. Take a look at the two fullbacks in this game, Max Strong and Lorenzo Neal. Battering ram each one.
Well, both of them battering rams, and both of them great teammates. Guys that are, you know, among the most popular guys in the locker room. No matter where they've been, their teammates just rave about it. And Max Strong, what a great case. He made the Pro Bowl for the first time these last 2 years in his 12th and his 13th year. That's a long time to play this game to make your first Pro Bowl.
Well, it is, and finally, you know, Dan, they're getting recognized for a job that nobody pays attention to.
Or
being
once.
a tremendous, once a lead blocker.
This is Jackson. Jackson pulls his way for a first down close to the 25-yard line. And you know, Max Strong and Lorenzo Neal both just completed their 13th season. Been around for a while.
You would think there would be a short life to be in the lead blocker, but that doesn't do it justice to say you're the lead blocker. Battering ram?
Well, you said it's a short life. The one thing I'll guarantee you, they're both shorter than when they started.
That's right.
Sticking that hat in there all those times, I guarantee you these guys have lost an inch or two.
And you know what? I'm starting to see more teams coming back to the fullback. The Chicago Bears use their fullback a lot all during the year, but it's working its way back in the NFL to have them move around and be lead blockers for these tremendous running backs.
How about remembering a favorite, Sam Gash?
Oh.
Yeah, there you go.
He tried to hit you with that head.
Bolger on first down, fakes to Jackson. And lost the football trying to throw it. No, it's picked up by the AFC. Was there a whistle?
Well, it wasn't blown by Larry Nemmers, I can tell you that.
Dallas Thomas crosses the end zone with the football. Now let's see.
Larry Nemmers, touchdown.
Yeah, that was a fumble. That football came out of his hand before his arm went forward.
And there is no review, so that's that.
Dallas Thomas of the Baltimore Ravens.
Oh, a little snap forward, yes.
Well, he loses the ball and then